It was some 40 years ago that Saigon fell, the recognized end of the Vietnam War. The war in Vietnam dragged on from 1957 until 1975, polarizing the U.S. and forcing more than 1 million people to flee Vietnam. Veterans who survived the war often faced a backlash at home, reflecting bitter public opposition to the war. Veteran Thomas Berger, now at the Vietnam Veterans Association, says those who served did so with honor, despite the reception at home.
It was a bad war. We can argue, and I argue, that Americans who were there served and fought as well as Americans in any war, okay? We won the battles, but politically we lost the war. There was no grand strategy. There was no exit strategy. The war went on, and finally the American public said, enough.
He says the legacy of the conflict lives on.
What I think is overlooked is that the troops served honorably and fought as well as the greatest generation from World War II, as the guys in Korea, as the folks in Afghanistan and Iraq. But because we didn't win, quote unquote, we were blamed to a great extent.
Some 58,000 Americans died in the Vietnam War, with more than 2,600 still listed as missing in action. A war that ended decades ago, but the scars still have not fully healed.